Yoseo, all my beautiful people, how are you doing today? Well, today there aren't any trials except the Doomsday trial, of course, and there is a TikTok murder trial going on. We could talk about that, but I did want to touch on some more of the Christopher Gregor a little bit and just kind of just touch base with you guys because I have a lot of comments going on and it's really awesome that you guys are so interactive. It's great. I did rewatch the testimony from the Christopher Gregor trial because I did get a comment that someone said that they thought that I didn't really watch the testimony. So I wanted to be sure and go back and double check the testimony. I don't want to discredit her testimony at all. She is an expert. She is an infectious disease expert, which is really great. And I do think that she did a great job with her testimony. I'm not saying that she didn't at all do a great job. I think she did a great job. And she is very smart, obviously smarter than I am. I don't know anything about this stuff. And she did explain well, obviously, to try and disregard that sepsis situation because it does take time for sepsis to set in. And because Corey did see the doctor, obviously, earlier that morning and everything was fine, which is so baffling as to why, the defense is leaning on this pneumonia sepsis situation. And it is disheartening, I think, for me, coming from forensics as part of my major in college, and hanging my hat so big on forensics, and just believing in that so much, and being such an admirer of like Dr. Botnick and Dr. Henry Lee, and looking at them as like kind of the spokespeople of this type of information, this medical information, and to have Dr. Botnick, who's going to be on the stand on Friday, who's going to claim that Corey basically died of sepsis and natural causes, is really disheartening for me because he is so well renowned. And even the layperson has heard of Dr. Botnick, So I think, and this is totally on me, having someone who, granted, she is very smart and obviously an internal medicine doctor, to have someone go up against Dr. Botnick, who has never been an expert witness before, go up against someone who is the expert witness and say, it just is for me. I guess when they said they were waiting for someone to come back from Europe that goes on this trip every year, I thought they were bringing in some big guns, and I thought that this was going to be someone that could go up against Dr. Botnick. And I'm just saying that because he is so well renowned. Granted, now I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth here, so let me just say, the treadmill video is pretty much ingrained in the jury's brain. Okay, that is a done deal. It is there. It's out there. And I don't think even with Dr. Botnick getting up there on the stand is going to take away from that dang video, even though that video has nothing to do with what actually killed Corey. I think that video speaks volumes as to the capabilities of what Christopher Gregor could do to Corey, and that pretty much seals his fate. I don't think anything, even having someone so highly known as Dr. Botnick, could get up on that stand and say anything that could change or sway a juror's mind, I would think anyway, but I don't know. You have 12 people, right, who could be, someone could be a holdout. I don't know. I wouldn't trust my fate in 12 people's hands. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, seriously, what do you guys think? Would you trust your life in 12 people's hands? Because it literally only takes one person to, have a hung jury, or to say, oh no, I believe Dr. Botnick because he is well known. So I don't know. I mean, and Christopher has been pouring out the fake emotions at just the right times. I will ask this also. I thought of this this morning. You know how strategically defense teams are, right? I don't like Christopher's attorney. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but I think he's very abrasive. I think he's very, comes across kind of cocky. He doesn't seem very sympathetic, and he doesn't come across as very, yeah, I don't think he comes across very sympathetic to a jury or to anyone, actually. I think he comes across very rough around the edges. So, usually, when you have a defense attorney, you want to get someone who is able to be relatable, right? So, do you guys think that it would have been better for Christopher to have a female attorney? I mean, I'm just throwing that out there because sometimes you want to have someone that is more relatable to the jury, especially when you're dealing with a child case, a death of a child. You definitely want to have someone that the jury can see is more maternal in a situation like this. Because as he stated in his opening statement, right, when you see this video, you are not going to like him. I mean, I don't even like him, you know, and then that's what men do, right? They're like, oh, you're not going to like him. You're going to hate him for this video. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for, you know, this happening on this day. That video has nothing to do with what happened on April 2nd. But, you know, regardless of the video, as I've said all this time, his actions after the video, his parents' actions after the video, covering for him, sending him away on a trip, you know, on a retreat, you know, I just think that speaks volumes for the kind of person that he is and the kind of family that he was raised in. So I think that, you know, I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to know exactly what happened to Corey, but I believe that the reports and the ME and the autopsy say enough, you know, where they say there's blunt force trauma and there's lacerations to vital organs of Corey's body. I think that's enough. And he wasn't in anyone else's care but Christopher's. So, you know, you can deduce and say that only Christopher could be the one to have done it. So I think that, you know, that just pretty much says it all in a nutshell. But I am interested if any of you guys, I did put out a poll. I don't know if you will see it, but if anyone would like to see the trial tomorrow and do a live with me and just get what everybody's thoughts are about Dr. Bodnick, because he is so reputable, and would like to do a discussion while we watch the trial and see what everybody thinks about how he comes across on the stand. And, you know, his parents must be paying for his attorney because Dr. Bodnick is not cheap, y'all. He is also going to be, I think, I'm not positive. I have to double check this, but I think he's going to be on Karen Reed's trial as well. I think. I got to double check, but I'm pretty sure Dr. Bodnick is very popular right now. He's doing a lot of defense cases right now. So I'm going to look that up and make sure, but I think he is. So that's why I think that, you know, he's kind of tarnishing his name a little bit by doing these trials that are, I mean, that's why I don't know. I don't know about the whole Karen Reed thing. I don't know what really happened. So I'm just wondering. So let me know if you guys want to watch the trial together tomorrow. I really, really enjoy that. It'd be a lot of fun. And I love that you guys are commenting and you know, pointing out stuff. You know, I am watching several trials and crimes at the same time. So anything you guys can point out that I don't get exactly right, or anything that, you know, we don't agree on. This is what's so fun about having this channel is, you know, there's going to be things that we don't agree on. It's exactly like being in a jury deliberation room, right? You're going to see something, or I'm going to see something that you don't see, or I don't see, or what have you. And it's really cool. I love it. Yeah, I think this is great. And I think it would be a lot of fun to do it all together on a live. So let me know what you guys think about that. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to do a video in a little bit about a tragedy in South Korea that happened in 1995. I can't wait for you guys to check that out. So while we're looking in between trials, and again, if there's a trial or a tragedy or something that you want to hear more about, please let me know. I'll be happy to cover that, and we can discuss that as well. So Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for everyone's input. And I appreciate it all super bunches. You have no idea. This is so much more fun than you guys realize. It really gets me motivated and takes my mind off of health issues. So thank you so much for all of your feedback, your comments, watching this channel, and giving me something to do. I appreciate it. I thank you all so much. You have no idea what it means. I appreciate it. So your Korean fact for the day is crime related, actually. I'm not sure if you're aware, but in South Korea, there are what's crazy in South Korea is when people get convicted of crimes there, let's say sexual assault crimes are rampant in South Korea. They actually get away with taking pictures and videos of women in compromising situations, and they force women to do things. It's very rampant in South Korea, and it's kind of used as blackmail. So they do this so that they can basically try to ruin a woman's life for the rest of her life. And because women want to save face, they want to protect their families, they will continuously, they won't report it. Or if they do report it, it gets kind of swept under the rug because men hold a lot more power there than women do, for sure. So if a man gets prosecuted in South Korea, which is few and far between, they may get a couple of years in prison, but it's kind of seen as a badge of honor, actually, if you can be caught for something like that, which is really weird. And they can appeal it, and they can just apologize. They can just make a public apology and say, I'm sorry, I was drunk, and they'll go home. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah. So everything that happens here in America when people are accused of doing sexual assault or things like that here, and they get blacklisted from things, or they get, thrown in prison, or people cancel them in America, not so in South Korea. In South Korea, it's really like cool if you do stuff like that. And then they just apologize and say, I don't remember doing that, I was drunk. And they get away with it. So, and the woman is going on with her life with that cloud of shame over her head. So, really sucks, but that's what happens there. So, I will be recording the next video about the Sampung Mall disaster tragedy. I hope you will watch it. It is a very sad, sad story and a totally avoidable tragedy in South Korea. So, look forward to that. And I will see you in the next video. And maybe we'll be live tomorrow together if you guys vote for it. 감사합니다.